No, you are not going to believe what's been going down behind those luxury gates of Harry and Meghan's California mansion. Word is Prince Harry, yes, that Prince Harry, is absolutely furious. And not with the press, not with the palace, but with the one person he thought he could always trust. His wife, Meghan Markle. It all blew up after their so-called romantic getaway to Paris. Everything seemed fine at first. Designer outfits, hotel suites, the works, until one tiny video sent their entire relationship into a tailspin. Meghan had filmed herself, phone in hand, smiling just steps away from the Pont de l'Alma tunnel, the very same place where Princess Diana lost her life. When that video hit social media, the internet erupted. But it wasn't just the public that was appalled. Harry completely snapped. Witnesses said you could hear the shouting through the hotel walls. Doors slammed, voices rose, and then chilling silence. Harry, red-faced and trembling, demanded to know, how could you? How could she film there of all places? How could she post it? That tunnel wasn't just some Paris landmark to him. It was sacred ground. But Meghan? Calm as ever, she waved it off with a smile, saying it was harmless, just a clip for her social media followers. But to Harry, it was anything but harmless. It was heartless. Those close to the couple say it was the worst fight they've ever had. This wasn't one of those little tiffs you move past. Oh no, this was the moment something broke. The cracks that had been quietly spreading through their fairy tale marriage for years finally split wide open. Harry's patience, once endless, is now paper thin. He's tired of apologizing, tired of cleaning up the messes, tired of pretending they're still the love story that defied a kingdom. For the first time, even their friends are whispering the unthinkable. That the royal romance that shook the world might be collapsing under its own weight. Because when a man gives up everything for love and starts feeling ashamed of the woman he gave it all up for, well, the ending starts writing itself. Let's rewind to where it all began. That infamous clip, Meghan Markle, perfectly styled, filming herself near the tunnel where Diana's light went out. Calm expression, legs crossed, a tiny, almost smug smile. And when she posted it online, the captions, the hashtags, all too polished, too rehearsed. Within hours, headlines exploded. Insensitive, cruel, tone deaf. Critics were brutal, but to Harry, it wasn't about what people said. It was about what Meghan didn't seem to see. How could she not understand? How could she walk those same steps, smiling for the camera, and not think about his mother? When the backlash hit, Meghan reportedly told him she didn't realize the tunnel's significance. But come on, everyone knows what that place means. For Harry, Pont de l'Alma isn't just a name. It's carved into his heart, a scar that never healed. For her to say she didn't know, that's like saying she never knew who his mother was. And that's when something deep inside Harry shifted. The blind loyalty, the gallant devotion, the endless defending of her every move, all of it wavered. For the first time, he looked at Meghan not as his savior, but as a stranger. To understand Harry's anger, you've got to understand his pain. That tunnel isn't just asphalt and concrete to him, it's the place where a terrified boy lost his mother to flashing cameras and screaming headlines. He spent decades running from that night. And suddenly, the woman he loves most was back there, camera in hand, smiling. Sources say Meghan tried to justify it later, calling it a symbolic act of healing, a way to help him reclaim the place emotionally. In her mind, she was helping him walk out of the tunnel, both literally and metaphorically. But to Harry, it didn't feel healing. It felt exploitative. It wasn't therapy. It was content. And he didn't consent to being a symbol in her story, because Meghan didn't just cross a line, she crossed into his past, into the one place no one else dared to touch. For Harry, that's unforgivable. Not because it embarrassed him, but because it reminded him that maybe he doesn't even know who Meghan really is anymore. People who've known Meghan for years are now whispering about a pattern. Her first husband, Trevor Engelson, 11 years together, believed in her, supported her acting career, helped her rise. And then one day, she was gone. No big fight, no grand breakup scene, just gone. Then came Corey Vidiello, the Toronto chef, steady, loving, safe. But when Meghan's circle started tilting toward royalty, that relationship vanished too. And her old friends? Nikki, Priyanka, Jessica, people who once stood proudly beside her, now nowhere to be seen. Every time Meghan outgrows a chapter, she reinvents herself. From Hollywood hopeful to royal duchess, then from duchess to global celebrity brand. Each transformation comes with a new look, a new circle, and a new goodbye. And now, insiders whisper that even Harry might be next. Because Meghan doesn't fall, she transitions. Smoothly, cleanly, without looking back. And maybe, just maybe, this time, the man who once rescued her is about to become her next stepping stone. For Harry, the walls are closing in, and not the gilded ones of a palace this time, but the invisible ones inside his own home. Those once lavish walls now echo with silence. Friends say he looks haunted. That sparkle, that easy laugh that once melted the world, gone. He still smiles for the cameras, but it's hollow. His eyes tell the truth, and it's pain. He thought leaving the royal family would bring peace, that stepping away from the crown would finally mean freedom. But this doesn't feel like freedom. It feels like captivity, one of his own making. He's not fighting palace politics anymore. He's fighting himself, fighting the realization that maybe, just maybe, he traded one kind of control for another. Behind the closed doors of their California mansion, the arguments have become routine. Sources whisper that the reconciliations don't last. The laughter is forced, the affection strained. Someone close to Harry described it perfectly. He's not angry because she embarrassed him. He's angry because he finally realizes how much of himself he's lost. And that's the heartbreak, isn't it? When a man who gave up everything for love suddenly sees that he's the only one still fighting to keep it alive. Meanwhile, back in London, the whispers have reached the marble halls of Buckingham Palace. And oh, are they loud. King Charles, tired, cautious, and quietly heartbroken, now faces an unthinkable question. Should he strip his own son of his royal titles? It's legally possible. A simple letter could erase the Duke and Duchess of Sussex with one stroke of a pen. But emotionally, it would mean disowning the boy who once walked behind his mother's coffin while the world wept. Advisors are urging the king to act, to protect the monarchy's image, to end the chaos once and for all. But Charles hesitates, because deep down, even a king knows that stripping titles won't strip away pain. And Harry's pain, that boyish ache that never left, has always mirrored the monarchy's own wounds. Inside those palace walls, they're all saying the same thing now. It's not about titles anymore. It's about legacy. And right now, that legacy is trembling. And here we are, back in Paris, where the story began. The same tunnel that swallowed Diana's light, now casting its shadow over her son's life. As their car glides through the city's glowing streets, Harry stares out the window, his reflection split between two worlds, the mother he lost and the wife he can no longer understand. He doesn't speak. He doesn't have to. The silence between them says it all. To the flashing cameras outside, they're just another glamorous couple arriving at another glittering event. But inside that car, it's a ghost ride. When they finally step onto the red carpet, Meghan's smile flawless, her hand gently placed on his arm, the world gasps at their unity. But Harry? He feels the chill of déjà vu. Another tunnel, another flash, another loss. Diana's tunnel was never just a place, it was a warning. That fame devours even those it once adored. And now her son walks its shadow again. Not as a prince, not even as a husband in love, but as a man realizing he's back in the darkness. And this time, there may be no one left to guide him out. As the cameras explode in blinding light, one thought echoes in his mind, a whisper only he can hear. History is repeating itself. But this time, it's not paparazzi chasing a princess. It's a husband chasing the ghost of what his marriage used to be.